All right. The next one is being intentional about protecting your relationships. A question I want to ask you: have you ever seen anybody before? You have something valuable, say in your car, in your house, and you leave the door open, and anybody can come in. And I don't know about you. I don't know where you stay in a very wonderful place. You leave a car opened and you put your laptop or your device or your phone on the chair, and then you pack it in an open place. People will come and steal it. One of the problems I have with people is you have something valuable in your relationship, but you are not protecting it, you are not guarding it. If it's important to you, you must be intentional about guarding it. The word is being intentional about guarding it. If a relationship is good, you must be intentional about guarding that relationship. So anything valuable must be guarded. You must guard what is valuable. If your relationship is important, you need to guard it, protect it. Have you ever gone to high security places before? Maybe an embassy or maybe a bank or a place where the valuables are there. The layers of security you see before getting there let you understand the level of the value that are there. This one I want to tell you, a lot of relationships they are not guarded. A lot of relationships are not guarded, and they are not guarded intentionally. If your relationship is partnered, you will guard it intentionally. So a few things like you must guard intentionally for it to flourish. So a few things that are there. Songs of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 15 said cast the little foxes that spoil the vine. He catch the little foxes that spoil. So you need to catch those foxes. Some of them are not big things. Some of them are little things that just creeps into your relationship and causes friction and causes problems. So catch those foxes. Catch those things that you are not putting attention to, that is spoiling your love, spoiling your home, spoiling your relationships. Very important. So little things that are there that are giving you problems. Number one thing there is small resentment. Small resentment. There are things your partner does that you don't really like. Well, it's not a big deal, but you don't talk about it. Those things, you just overlook it first time, second time, third time. Before you know what is happening, explodes. Small resentment. You have small resentment in your relationship, small resentment in your marriage. It's time to go ahead and get somebody to talk to, or talk to your spouse about it. A lot of people in marriages have things that let me say this there. There are things you'll be able to change, but there are things you're not able to change. The problem I have with people with those small resentments, that there are things you cannot change. The Pareto principle said, there's 80-20 principle, said there are 20% of things that you will not be able to change in your relationship. The way the person behaves, by things you might not be able to change. There is a couple that I love listening to. The wife has a master's or a PhD in English, but the husband speaks very funny English. So sometimes the husband will turn and say, is this English correct? And she will say, my English teacher said this English is correct, because he's always correcting me at home. Now it gets to a point where you get to that point where you are like, the woman also, yes, for you to have a PhD in English, you are going to the point where the man speaks of English in the house, and you are angry, but you didn't marry him for the anger, for the English. You married him for love. So that is just that side of it that is important that you need to get. There are things you will never be able to change. You get to that point, this is him, this is her. Those are things, they are not deal breakers, they are not major things, but the person is just, maybe the person's background is local or something, and all that. And just stick with that person. So small resentment, they look small, but they can compound over a period of time and become major. Next one is unchecked pride. This one is major. Unchecked pride, because some people believe I'm handsome, I'm pretty, I'm doing this one, I'm that one. Unchecked pride. I'm not saying that you don't have to buy, but if your pride is unchecked, sooner than later you start bruising the other person. Unchecked pride is a major thing that we need to work on and you need to deal with if you want to protect your relationships. Very important. Number 3, poor boundaries. Your limits are not strong. They are poor. They are very porous. Listen to me. You want to build any home, any relationship that will last, there will be clear set boundaries that you must have because of what you are building. So we build a house, we put fences there, we put doors there. There is a reason for it. It's so that you will limit entrance, you will limit people that can come in. So if that's the case, that the same way your relationships, you are building the same way you build a home, the same way you are building your relationship. The boundaries must be defined. And if the boundaries are not defined, you give entrance to things that you do not need will enter in. The fourth one is emotional distance. Emotional distance. We are there, we are not protected. Maybe both of you have not been talking or you've been fighting, and things like that, you're not talking. There is already been gap and distance. One fits today, another fits tomorrow, another fits next tomorrow. In a few years, you are miles and kilometers away. Let me give you something that happens to me. So when I get to counsel people, and I just counsel some people, you have people say things like unreconcilable distances. It didn't start from that. It started from little distance, little gaps between one another. Then before you know what happened, it became major. So emotional distance is also something that needs to be worked on. The last one that I'll talk about is outside distractions. Outside distractions when it comes to career relationships. Number one, males or females that are outside. Your friends, your colleagues, people that are attracted. I like saying to you that your relation does not mean everybody becomes ugly. People becomes even prettier. You see prettier versions of your spouse, or visual versions of the person you're in a relationship, or visual versions of your wife. And it's not every time your spouse or your person in relationship with is pretty. I tell people in marriage, they're pregnant, they are not as pretty as that. Also, there can be distractions. I like joking about the fact that either male or female, heaven is still making new versions. You get gadgets. You get this gadget for this year, Samsung 23 Pro Max, this one, another one for next year, or iPhone, this one, new gadgets that have new features. You thought you married the best until you saw the new latest feature. And when the latest feature comes, you realize, if I waited a little bit longer, I would have gotten a better version. That's what happens sometimes. That's how people are. You see, when you wait long enough, you see a better version of your wife that has better specs. But did you marry for the specs or for that? No, you married for love, or you're in a relationship for love. So outside distractions will always come. There will always be a better version of your husband. Your husband is chiseled. Wait a while, you will see more chiseled men that are more chiseled than your husband. They are not chiseled, they are sculptured and chiseled and carefully curated. But specifically, you will see them, particularly those that go to the gym, you see them plenty, they are there. So those ones are there. So you need to be intentional about protecting your relationship. You must protect your marriage from relationship, from negativity, from comparisons, and that's the issue. Protect it from negative, protect it from comparisons. So there will always be a better version. Protect it from comparison. Your spouse is your spouse. Protect it from external influences and anything that weakens trust. Very important. Protect from anything that weakens trust. If you leave it like that, the trust will be eroded. Protect it from anything that weakens trust, even though those things look legitimate. Protect them from anything that weakens trust. Then you need to give it. So with that, you need to be intentional with forgiveness. And don't let your anger sit for too long. You'll be intentional with loyalty. Listen to that. Be intentional with loyalty. Very, very important. A relationship left unguarded will become vulnerable sooner than later. If you left your relationship unguarded, sooner than later it becomes vulnerable. And when it becomes vulnerable, it starts giving you a problem. I hope you are blessed with that. See you again.